real.
So, when last we left off with our intrepid heroes, what happened with you guys?
Fuck if I remember.
We went and dipped our feet in the water after getting a cut, and Leaf had another one of his visions.
Well, you finished your boat ride.
Yeah.
And during that boat ride, you got certain suspicions.
Yeah.
Y'all might have gotten suspicion. I got 2 sex changes. Just saying.
2?
Well, you played her and then I did. Again. I was like, you know what, change it back.
I had the briefest moment of having to do the Cockney voice. But after your suspicions were raised, that's when you hung around the port town trying to see where things were going from your suspicions.
Those bastards got away with the runes.
Well, they went to the same place you did.
Yeah, we just gotta find them again.
But yeah,
easier to shot them in port.
You took a nice little side trip and went down a small trail. Boop, 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 boop.
We did
This
like
little
the hobbits
cove
and
that
got
looks
off
like a
the
face.
got off the road.
And that's where
Leaf had a
finished.
vision where he was buddy with the first king of Arwold,
Well,
who got given a sword by some woman in the water.
see, that's not quite correct. Because that's again where the history that Leaf's seeing conflicts with the church.
Well, if that's the conflict, we always know who's right.
Because
What?
the story of the church is that these people were gods, and that sword was wielded by a god. It
What? Oh, those were just my
bestows
drinking
divine
buddies.
power.
Are you a god?
Oh no, that was Tim. He was a bit of an idiot. We were just drinking buddies. He liked
You
to
know.
think he was a god.
It's Excalibur. There is a ritual every time a king dies that everyone goes through to see who gets the right to draw it, and it does bestow incredible might to whoever wields it. Every king has great power.
But all I'm saying is that, strange folk lying in the water distributing swords is no basis for a system of government.
Yeah. Didn't France have one of those too?
Exactly, old woman, Albarod.
I mean, we had a sword from a knight that was in a cliff face that got stolen.
I thought that was
We already
supposed to
had
be
an
like some
Excalibur.
other version.
Stolen!
Yeah, it was. It wasn't that long ago.
Well, I heard it
If
was
I
so
found a
anyway.
sword in a rock, I would take it too. Free sword, I'm sorry.
Well, see, the thing is, it was embedded in a cliff face, like, about, I think it was something like 30 feet off the fucking ground.
Yep. Yeah, it
had
was
been
not
there for
at ground
centuries
level.
And someone fucking stole it.
Well, but here's the other thing. If I remember correctly, the town, revealed that it's been replaced many times. Over the centuries.
You're not gonna have a sword that's gonna last that
So the
long.
hero is
Exactly.
slain, sword is burned.
Yeah.
So all they just work to keep the legend going and keep everything going. And you're like, fuckers, you destroyed the legend. It wasn't the original sword. That's long gone. So yeah, that's the funny thing. But you guys eventually finished seeing this vision of a holy warrior, because again, you don't know what paladins are, being bestowed Excalibur, effectively, by some sort of hugely powerful water spirit. Then you went back on your happy little trail. You started to get to the capital.
And then some fucking asshole just fucking pokeballed Buddy and ran away.
I didn't want to say it because I wasn't here, but yeah, that's crazy.
Well, it was actually no, wait, that's the other side. That's the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong.
What if Buddy's like Pikachu and is terrified of going into a Pokeball?
Where did I put you?
Well, as far as I know, he's never been in a Pokeball, so...
Oh,
yeah, by the time Leaf was like, hey, Albard, what are we doing about this? Albard was already gone and running after that guy.
There you go, Ocasio. Now you've got the theft of Buddy art.
Yep.
Yes. Oh my
So-
god.
Basically, everyone's on a cart in the middle of town.
That's
and Albard just
IP theft
ran
and
off.
Buddy theft. If I've ever seen it.
Don't worry, Halbarad. I think there's got to be a pet store around here. We'll get you a new one.
I'm calling
Already gone.
Nintendo.
No.
They did say they were
See?
gonna.
That
they did
doesn't.
say-
I don't know what you're talking about. My rune ball is blue and red. So, you know, it's
Right.
obviously very different.
Right. Mhm.
I mean, if we could find a dark corner, I could turn into a bat and follow them and find out where they're going.
Well, that is basically the point in which we left off, with Buddy. I'm trying to remember what the deapparating into mist and zipping across this crowded marketplace to appear above this magical ball held aloft in this cloaked person's hand, and watching as it completely gets absorbed inside of the ball. And you can watch as the light clicks on in the center of it. And he just kind of looks your way and turns and walks away.
Yeah, he might want to start running because Halberd is off the cart and chasing after him.
In this moment,
How far was
want-
he, by the way, from the cart?
hold on. I have an actual thing written out here somewhere for how far that reaches. He was 90 feet.
Okay.
I don't know why this GIF was here, but I'm posting it because Pokemon.
Yeah, you
Such
don't
a
know what was
promising
there.
reason.
If I had to see it, I mean, you have to too.
So, I want. Oh my gosh. I would like Bo to roll me perception in this moment. There's, at least when you're close, it's almost like a small connection that you have with the summons, with each of the familiars. You can just kind of reach out and talk to them as easily as you can all the rest of the party, but you know that your conversation is on a deeper level. And in this moment, Buddy's connection is gone.
What? Hey, hey, it's some. I mean, I guess Buddy's gone, but he's like gone. Does anyone? You have a special connection with Buddy, don't you, Halbarad?
Halbard is 60 feet away.
that's what I mean. This is like a 6-second of interaction, effectively.
It's like, so you're gone.
Halbarad
Halbard
just
jumped off the car
Yeah,
and dashed.
just jumped
Then I
off and
turned-
took off. And it's in that moment that you check yourself and you're like, oh God.
Which, as a note, I am shoving people out of the way. I don't care for avoiding people.
So did any of the rest of us see this happen?
Oh yeah. No, I mean it was like right in the middle of the cart where you're sitting. Like
How far away is
Buddy
this guy?
Deapparated from everything. Like I said, he was 90 foot away when this happened across a busy marketplace.
Is he still 90 feet away?
Oh, he's also moving away.
Yeah, but how far away is he now?
Well, that's actually taking me to my next point. Everybody, roll me perception.
I'm usually so perceptive, but I was lost in both eyes. Damn it. Okay. Well, let's just start today off with a bang.
I think I see something.
Brenna, roll me Arcana.
You see a bunch of people on a Discord call.
Brenna sees the bakery.
Oh,
with
God.
Davis scones.
Whatever
Oh.
you're doing,
Watch.
do not change a single thing.
As the man turns a slight corner in the alleyway that isn't a corner, they're just facing the building. And you watch as he casts a spell and a doorway appears on that building and he walks through. And then it disappears. You've heard of these sort of dimensional doorways before. But it's not low-level magic.
Oh my god, it's Alex Mack.
No, they turned into a puddle.
Well, I have one eye, okay? So
He doesn't have Capri Sun powers.
Damn it.
Can I roll perception to see if there's any pet stores in town?
For
Jesus.
what? What are you doing? Replacing
Can I
already?
get Alvarado a new friend?
Oh my
Not how
god!
it works. That is not how
He
this
just left!
It's too soon.
From my
Too
perspective, elves live a very long time, and they see humans as being very, quick with their lives. So I don't know if it's been enough time for morning. It seems like it's been enough time for a human.
I'm gonna stare at you in half elf.
Yeah, so time for you is halfway between. So it wouldn't have been enough time for you for morning, but a regular, pure human?
That's not how any of this works. God, Karen, you can't just go around asking people why they're white.
I wasn't asking why he was white. I was asking if we should get him a new friend.
No, he's still mourning, trust me.
Maybe you should go hit on him.
I mean,
I
That's what you do when people are mourning, it seems.
I don't play for that team. Get it?
Maybe it's a little too soon for Bo, too.
Click,
I'm not into
click,
orcs or whatever.
click.
Just kidding.
Did you just call Halbrod an orc?
That's racist. I don't know what.
Yeah, you're the. At least I got his species right.
I have one eye.
That's-
How
I
many
think
times
what
have
she's
you
trying to
tried
say is that she
Doesn't help.
prefers the innies.
Yes, there you go. Thank you.
Belly buttons, I think Halbrod has an innie also.
I think most mammals
Halbrod,
have
what kind of
doesn't.
belly button do you have?
Howard's gone.
Did I see that guy disappear into like
what you see
some kind of ball?
was essentially a large flash of light wash over him, and him seemingly walk into the light. And as you finally manage to get there, you find yourself looking at a bare wall.
So I know it takes a minute to
Guys.
cast, so it's not anything I'm gonna be able to do like quickly right now. But could I try to cast Identify, like, I guess on the wall or on the location, to try and get a sense of maybe like what happened or where he went?
I'm sorry. This is a dumb question this late in the game, but what is Buddy? Is he a
He's a
wisp or
pseudo-dragon.
just a
He's
butterfly?
a pseudo dragon.
Oh, okay. Oh, a pseudo dragon. Okay,
butterfly?
okay. Well, I'm looking at the art.
Well, yeah, that's because it was
Buddy.
the. There's only a limited number of things that I have to work with as far as being able to make spirit art in this game, and I didn't. Ghost didn't quite work, so.
Here's the
Do you
thing.
think
I'm not
Halbrod is
saying
a butterfly person.
that I have favorites, but like Sasha's here, so like no offense, Buddy, but like you know.
Hey now, Buddy is a very important part of our group.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
totally.
Buddy.
As Akazuyo's down scritching Sasha, just like oh, do pee 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 pee.
That's Buddy. That doesn't look like a butterfly.
And that's when it clicks for
But it looks
The
like
both of
something that would
them.
eat butterflies.
what says they couldn't take Buddy. Or that if they took Buddy, what says they couldn't take Sasha.
Oh my god.
Oh no, realizations! I gather him up.
We have to go to the pet store. It's actually a great idea. We need to buy a leash right now. In fact, I'm gonna look at Bo.
I am sure the leash
We
would
need
help.
2 leashes right now.
Is
I think
Buddy
you
a
need a different type of
familiar?
shop for
Could
that
he
stuff.
just not be resummoned?
Well, with druids, it's not as simple. Because whereas a mage has a pocket dimensioned spirit in that moment, druids get the ability to temporarily summon them.
Plus, this is a whole different world. You know, magic is different.
Oh, no. So it's basically, it's unfortunately, druids cannot just dismiss it and resummon it as easily as basically
Right.
it is. Once they get it for the day, I mean, they can do that, but at a cost.
So someone could try to steal my spider.
Yes.
Nobody wants your fucking spider.
Or at least at this point,
Look at Sasha.
you have no
Look
idea.
at-
But as far as what you've seen, they just stole something that Halbarad knew in previous time was a familiar. Halbarad, roll me history with advantage.
History with what?
Advantage.
Let's
You
go.
always wondered why the mage never summoned him back. There was a lot of weird stuff in that tower that you saw that day. But that giant spider, you couldn't stay. But maybe there was a ball? Maybe it was in his study when you first walked in. There were so many things around his bedroom, on the mantle. So many weird-looking things. And then you remember when you were a kid. You heard stories when you lived here. Stories of the mages that worked for the kingdom. The people that were on the other side of what your father did. When they brought back the creatures, someone had to take care of them. Had to feed them. Had to train them. Raise them to be proper. Whether that was a beast of war or a beast of labor, depended on the animal. But everything was useful. But these creatures that the wizards are, they're not known for their niceness. You never once thought of them as happy owners of what was being passed along. And in that small time in the school, you only saw more whispers of them. Some sort of secret side of the Brotherhood. You guys and all of your crits tonight. Was just gonna have him disappear.
Have you?
No.
I rolled a 1.
Is there going to be a combat tonight? That's when the ones will start.
Well, let's see how far you guys get. I have a combat prepared.
So if I tried to cast Identify right now, would
I was gonna say
anything?
before all of that other stuff got going, technically detect magic would
I don't
also
have that.
give you that kind of information in a shorter time frame, but if you're immediately casting it, I would basically force you to have to roll an Arcana check on top of it.
Okay.
But one thing that I'm going to need you to make sure that you're doing, if you're doing anything
Yes.
with Identify, is track that you have a pearl.
I do not, actually.
It isn't consumed in the cost
Yeah.
of doing it. But you guys were given money and time, and I am okay with retconning in this moment for a subtraction of the appropriate funds that you have a pearl.
considering the purchases that I've made, I don't have their opportunity, so I would not be able to have cast Identify. In that case.
Well,
I
fine.
think
Fuck your
Halberd
whole
would
plan.
try.
Just fuck it all.
Halberd would try to cast it, and then remember that he needs a pearl, and like, you know, kind of look through his pouches and everything, and just
It's full of
he's
armor.
frustrated and stressed right now. Yep.
Every pouch you open is full of armor and armor supplies.
Yep.
And it's just fuck. Fuck.
And
Fuck!
The saddest biscuits.
Oh. Well, in that moment, everybody else does have a moment to convene on Halbarad as he is kind of collapsing in the alleyway in which this figure disappeared. If anyone else has a spell like that, like Detect Magic or whatnot that I had said, to be able to try before the magical signature disappears.
I don't have a spell, but I will tell Halbrod that I noticed it sort of looked like some sort of doorway or gate, and it's definitely high-level magic.
I feel like Halberd goes from like being defeated to like wheels turning in his brain of like trying to think of ways of tracking down someone that would have the knowledge to tell him where to go.
Thinking about it, is the quote unquote previous connection with Buddy similar to Sasha, but when Sasha is unsummoned, is it the same? Like it's a direct cutoff, or do I still have some level of connection to Sasha?
You still feel some level of connection. They're just
Okay.
not here.
Okay, but I feel nothing from. Okay.
It's like you never
Maybe.
knew, buddy. That connection is gone. Like they're far, far, far away. AKA above table, it's like they're literally on another plane of existence.
Yep.
Just wondering if I could use this as a tracking system. If he comes out of wherever he is, I might ping him somewhere in the city.
That is possible.
When I tell Halbrad that there's a chance we can find him if he's, I mean, clearly that guy needs him for something. I might be able to feel him if he come out of that thing.
Halberd kind of nods, like, acknowledging the information, but still trying to think. I feel like I would probably remember of something that we were kind of talking about before everything went to shit, which is potentially look for Brother Galen.
Yeah.
To get some info on the city, and he might have some info on whatever ways of bullshittery this is.
You see Brenna kind of focus for a minute, and it'll be Halbarad, Leaf, and Bo. You feel this presence in your mind, and she says to you, for the next hour, we can all communicate. Perhaps we should split up and look around the city and try to get some clues.
Oh god, the voices are starting again.
I'm just
I
gonna
wonder
say
where
out
they
loud.
stopped.
Leaf, you know this one.
Oh, you're here. Okay, cool. So Britta used a spell. Cool.
No, I used a psychic ability, and as long as we stay within a mile of each other, we can communicate telepathically for the next hour.
Okay, Brenna, nerd. It's a spell. We
Would
just gonna walk
I?
off.
I will cast
Would I-
message and say, no, this is a spell, and then just use the regular telepathy. This is just my mental abilities.
Would I
I'm gonna
remember?
think things that I can't say out loud to you.
Would you remember?
Would I remember of any like seedy neighborhood where, nowadays I would understand to suspect there's a thieves guild or a thief population in the city?
Well, golly gee willikers. Let's look at the name of our areas.
Nunsgate, clearly.
Yep, definitely.
I'm willing to bet probably in the Trollgate area.
Yeah, makes sense.
Conveniently enough, you grew up around here.
Yeah.
Smack dab in the middle of stuff. Not quite one, not quite the other.
I don't see something labeled as Trollgate.
Southwest.
It's kind of turned to the
Oh,
side.
okay, I didn't scroll out enough. I saw roll.
You're like,
I
roll
apologize.
call.
Rolling Hills Estates or something. I don't know.
Green
Sounds like
Hills
some shitty
Estate.
apartments.
What?
Sounds like some crappy apartments.
But yeah, with the link, we could definitely split up. Brenna, towards the south, if you follow the main road south, there's the Troll Gates, the name of the area. There might be some kind of, thieves guild situation going on there. I don't know if you could maybe, have a word with them.
I can certainly try. Would you do me a favor? And I'll
Yeah.
pull out a small parcel that has the cube wrapped in it. Say, can you keep this in your bag till I get back?
Okay. Yeah. I'll put it in my bag. Make sure it's, in one of the inner parts of the bag, not any of the outside pockets or anything that could be picked easily. I'm gonna make sure basically I'm gonna move some pieces of plate and metal and just shove it underneath so that if someone tries to get it, they'd have to either rip open my bag completely or really just get in there and there's no way I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's more so that I don't want to be searched at a thieves guild while I have it because I'm supposed to hand it over to someone.
Who you realize was supposed to have left on one of those earlier ships.
Damn it, Brenna, you're asking Halbrod to hide your weed.
Well, that also
I'm
means that
well,
they would have arrived.
I'm also supposed to return my weed to its sister, so.
Wait, so we're supposed to be hiding our weapons? I have a woman purse, but a bow? No.
No.
Well, no.
No, it's
No,
not.
this is more like magical contraband.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
He was
I was like,
asked to
I'm not sticking an
retrieve
entire bow up my
something
pussy.
And then
Listen,
discovered
just
what
open
it
that
was.
prison wallet and start hiding.
He was
Yeah.
told to
Hell no.
retrieve it, and then he's like, ooh, shiny, I want to keep this.
Well, he might have looked into the monkey's paw at that point and found the thing inside and made a deal with it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Ooh, shiny. I'm keeping.
So yeah.
Yes, but my curiosity and recklessness also kept me from being controlled by demons. So
See?
checkmate.
Yeah.
But man, where would you be if you had gone down the other road?
Down the other road, obviously.
That looks like it goes to Nun's Gate, maybe. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to go there.
Well, that is a very interesting subject you bring up.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
That is the direction that that person was facing. That still. Uh-oh. All good?
Welcome back.
That is the direction that you can only guess that he was still porting. Is somewhere in Nun's Gate.
There we go.
Yeah.
Among all of my metal bits and supplies, would I have any lead by chance?
Is
Took
there
me a while to find that
something
gift.
that
That
would
would be
have
you.
lead that you could sell me on?
I mean, I have a bunch of metal pieces for armor and shit.
Yeah, but I
Um,
don't see lead
I
being needed for armor.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't sure
What
if you
about
had
nipple
other
rings?
kits.
I mean, if someone has, Sickening Radiance
Uh.
spell, maybe lead armor would be useful.
Again, high level magic.
What about nipple rings? I'm asking for a Leaf.
I tried them on a previous life.
There
Didn't like
might
'em.
be other types of shops here, but
Yeah.
the only thing I could think you would potentially have lead for would be in weapon kits for counterbalancing.
Fair. Wouldn't be enough to encase the parcel in.
No.
Yeah, that's fair. I would probably know at least where it was a few years ago if there's any like smithing shop nearby, blacksmithing.
Let's see.
Any kind of metallurgy.
Oh, why did I go back too far?
Don't know if it would still be around or open, but
yeah, I just didn't populate all these guys yet. Let's see. Well, I imagine that there would be, I mean, within the city at some point, at the very least, there has to be even low-end blacksmithing, which I imagine would have much more use for some of the other types of materials.
yeah. So, 4 of us are mentally linked. That leaves 2 not linked. Who's pairing with who? Because right now my plan is get a bit of lead to encase the parcel in, so that on the next step I'm going to try and find Brother Galen and talk to like some night people. And I don't want to have some detect magic finding, hey, what's this really weird cube in your backpack? So I guess who's going with Halbarad to?
I mean, do you want me to hold on to it? Because no one's going to think twice about me carrying something weird. They'll take one look at me.
Now, I agree with you. The thing I'm worried about is that you're not going to think twice about. You
think I'm going to be careless and forget what I'm carrying?
Yes.
Because you're probably right.
Yeah. It's like the that guy. That what
Don't
I've
give
heard
Tom
about
Bombadil
in
the
pa-
ring.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Like, no offense, but I feel like it's a valid concern. You
Wait,
know?
what's a valid concern? What are we talking about?
Exactly. Anyway, who wants to talk to some knights?
Pass. Are there any druids around?
Would I know if there's any kind of druid people around? And what it would be?
Well, technically, one other person knows that druids left and joined the knights.
Oh yeah, there's definitely druids. Volna was here. A whole bunch of druids like 20 years ago for sure came down this way. So there's got to be some.
Are you gonna go talk to the druids, Halbarad? Or the knights?
Well, there might be some druids with the knights.
I can go
Wanna
with
make
you
no
if you're going.
promises. Okay. Ocasio, do you have to maybe report in or something?
No.
Okay.
Let's
Thank you.
just say I'm on leave.
On leave, huh?
Okay. I'd like
Ocasio,
to insight that.
Yes.
I would like you to roll me an anxiety-free wisdom saving throw.
Get these out of the way now, I guess.
You feel a pull towards here.
I feel like we should go that way. I'm gonna point in that direction.
It's totally an innocent thing. It's totally not dark spirits calling to you at all.
Oh God.
Cool.
Did you
let us
forget
know.
about the deal you made?
My inner saboteur is calling. I need to go take a leak.
I was gonna say that's
Oh.
what you're feeling. You're feeling a pull here, and it has to do with deep in your blood.
All right. Well.
Well, we
I
can
don't
all
have
go
very
that way.
good passive insight, but I feel like it's pretty easy to tell that there's something weird going on right now. Could I insight Ocasio?
I just kind of
The
stop
whole-
talking and start walking off.
Oh, absolutely. But it's not that
Yeah,
hard.
incite me.
Well,
That whole
Do I
like,
decept
on leave
or
shit.
no?
I mean, yeah, you can
Oh!
roll
Nope.
deception. Absolutely. Let's
Yeah,
see
it's
if
like
You
you
know
beat
what? I don't
one.
want
Worth
to.
one.
I don't want to. I'm good.
Let's see if you beat that one.
I'm okay.
Oh, except for
God damn it.
Bo's rolling in on this.
Oh!
I wanted these for
okay.
later. Oh well, there you go.
Okay, well,
although, honestly, I feel like Bo should get advantage.
Oh no, this is. See, I may have already thought about all of these things because for Bo, it's going to be much more about a long line of suspicion.
Oh.
so, I guess we're going to the blacksmith shop real quick, and then the knights. Bo, Ukrad, what do you want to do?
So I'm just gone. You're fine with it? Okay.
I
Why
was
don't-
gonna follow.
I don't know.
I
I was
just
gonna
don't
say,
understand.
I imagine
I
Bo
see you
would be
moving.
fine.
I just
I got fucking
Her-
one. You're fine. You just walked off.
It's a little weird that you haven't said anything, but this seems important to you, so let's go.
Why did a strength save just happen? The fuck? I said long rest.
Apparently, it decided you had to be strong enough for it.
Weird. Okay.
So, we'll say you're fairly easily able to find a fairly simple blacksmith shop that has.
Okay.
You're trying. What exactly you're trying to get sheets of lead?
Yeah, like nothing too big, just enough to encase the cube in like a rudimentary casing. Because I feel like I would have the training to know that lead would stop the magic detection.
God damn. You got lucky on that one.
I'll take it.
It'll take them about 8 minutes to cut out essentially what you're looking for. Because they don't have anything in any kind of shape or size of what you're looking for. Yes, out of the 40 minutes this could have been, you got 8. And
in the meantime,
He already had a piece half carved, and he's like,
right?
"You can have this one."
They already had the process worked out. You were just slightly off in the size that they'd been using.
It's like,
Huh,
well, we're
I was
waiting.
making a special order of one of these for somebody halfway across the world.
What am I supposed to do with this giant sheet of lead? I need to cut it down so I can get it out of my fucking shop.
Hi, would you have small sheets
Well,
of lead?
We only have sheets that are exactly double the size. I wonder how those will work out.
So they're gonna charge you
Magnums.
because of everything here. 3 silver aside.
So that's 18 silver.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Brenna will pay
Yep,
you back
I'll-
when she gets back from the Thieves Guild.
I'll toss in 2 extra because they were so quick about it.
Right? This is lightning speed. These are the...
Yeah, like,
you got the old
honestly-
dude who's been doing it his whole life. And he's just like, yeah, I can
he's
do
got
it.
like 4 arms of steel.
Right?
Why are you wasting my time with something so simple?
Carving this with my bare hands? Yeah, I can do that.
How long is like? Honestly, I'm impressed here. I have 2 silvers on top. That's really impressive.
So that means that 8 times 6 is also how long Bo and Acasio have a head start.
Okay.
Ocasio, Sassafras, Flake, where are you going?
I'm like almost entranced, just like trying to follow this voice.
Okay, so, it's not important that I know. We'll find out when we get there, right, Sasha?
Yes, we will find all of the things. In the smells.
Yeah, good. You saw that weird guy earlier. I want you to stay away from weird guys like that.
Okay, no weird guys. But all of the smells for Sasha.
You have fun.
So cute.
Just kind of darting around each place, just sniff, 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 sniff.
Tell me if you find anything cool or interesting, but very interesting. You don't want to hear about every dog pee.
I was gonna say, I think you'd better be a little specific about interesting to the dog smelling all of the things in the city.
More interesting than dog pee.
As you're kind of going, Acasio, you follow this pull that you have, and you can feel it leading you to this building that you've seen before. This is one of the main offices for the church that the Brotherhood runs. But you know that there are other hands of the government that also, of course, operate very closely with them. Because of that, there are a number of other offices that exist here. You're not sure what exactly you're feeling right now in this moment, but it's not the same as before. Roll me perception. It's the same bloodline, but this one feels weaker. You realize in this moment that if it had been Grandmama, you might have actually been entranced.
I'm gonna try to call out, I guess, in my brain. Like, where do I need to go? Can you be more specific?
You begin to slowly follow around the edges of the building, tracking, feeling this itch as it seems to feel a little closer. Eventually, there's a window on this building that slowly seems to draw you near. It's on the first floor, so you're able to approach it fairly simply, but it has foiling across it, that kind of metal covering that isn't quite bars that some of the like medieval and that era stuff had. So you can't get into it, but you can see through it in this moment. And you see... Let me see if I can find... Oh, I don't think it's going to show it exactly to you. Because I realized that the way that they change the character sheets, they don't really show that way. You see what appears to be a fairly young, blonde-haired man.
Okay.
With the most glowing blue eyes. He's looking at the window.
Does he see me?
He just smiles slowly. And you can feel this voice enter your mind. Grandmother told me that you would be coming this way. But I think you're late.
A ranger is never late. She arrives precisely when she means to. Listen.
You know, Aragorn needs their moment too, you know.
I'm gonna say out loud.
I mean, rangers that are early and they're like in the corner booth at the bar,
you know,
smoking with just the silhouette of them.
Are you saying something else out loud in that moment?
Yes, out loud. I'm going, and loud because I want them to hear through the window, obviously. I'm gonna say, I have enough voices in my head. Talk to me out loud. Open the window.
You hear in your head, maybe you should help your friends attend the school. I'll see you downstairs. And the itch disappears.
Look at you. Do you know that guy inside?
Listen. Listen. God. I'm gonna be real with you. When I still had my little problem, let's say, I think I might have made a naughty deal. But I don't completely remember it because, like I said, I was drinking. I mean, the brain fog. Ugh. So I think I'm in league with some kind of devil or demon or vampire or something.
Wow.
Cthulhu?
Well, that sounds pretty heavy. But also, you don't remember which of those things it might be.
No. They came to me in a different visage, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what we're dealing with. I don't know if I should tell the others. I feel like they wouldn't be as understanding as you are. I don't want them to think that I'm bringing trouble. I'm not meaning to. It was before the lovely tea. I don't know what to do.
I mean, can filter out this situation to see what it actually entails, and what kind of thing we're dealing with. But like, maybe I think for now we don't have to say anything because sometimes you have to be a little discreet about stuff. But I'm not going to say that we won't ever tell people because this could be a big thing and you might need help with it.
Yeah, they said something about attending school, having us all attending school with my friends. I don't know. It's very vague. Whatever the connection was is gone now.
What kind of school? Because I went to Druid school, very rudimentary, lots of animal magics. Is this like, I don't know, extra high school?
Right, like I went to ranger school, but I don't think that's what this is. I think this is
You
something.
went to the academy. You
Yes,
went
I
to the
did.
Knight Academy.
Yes, I went to the Night Academy.
And
It's kind
somebody
of like school.
taught you Ranger there. But remember, that's not initially what they accepted you into school for.
Right, exactly. They accepted me to be like medical, right?
Yep,
Personnel.
because of your dad.
Dad, 'cause- right. But I want to be a shooter so bad.
Your
To
words,
hurt
not mine.
people, not heal them.
You had a dead eye. And not just the one that isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Well, you did go to a school. It's not just for Rangers.
Right. I'm assuming there's a lot of people.
You have to go through it to be a knight.
Right.
Because that's how you got this title. That's how you got sent on a mission. That's why you were given certain resources and trusted. But why did they all leave?
Right.
Where did Olin go? You should report something about that priest and see what Olin said, because... Yeah.
Okay. So go to my
Oh no, this is just all in all
Right.
processing with everything that he said.
Oh, okay.
You're kind of like putting all of that
Right.
together. You're like, oh, huh.
Yeah. Hmm. What would like my leader be called? Commander, lieutenant? Like what is the ranking system up in here?
Essentially, you were being sent on your very first mission in that situation. So you were deployed to what was a camp in that area that you kind of found out through the other reports ended up completely pulling up and moving because you were kind of reporting to the other knights that, like, in the same area that the other knights that you saw were. But that whole camp picked up. So the only thing that you can basically do at this point is go back to the base office, which is in the academy, and be like, okay. Because essentially that's where you were first given your orders. Because the whole
Right.
camp fucking left. You don't know where your officers are at this point.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess I should go talk to leadership.
And now this will have been enough time for lead to have been cut.
Nice. Would there be enough wiggle room in that casing to hide the runes as well?
No. The runes are various sizes and not that kind of like simple.
That's fair. Yep, I will thank the smith and the payment. And then I guess we're gonna try and find Brother Galen, wherever I might think I could find him.
Funny story.
Yeah.
See, the only thing you really
I have
know
a feeling this won't be funny at all.
is that the last thing you knew is that he worked in this building.
Which one?
This building right here.
Oh, perfect.
That one that I just went through the whole spiel about how it was mostly the church grounds, but other people had
I must
offices
be
in it.
missing the joke. I don't get how it's funny.
No, that's it's where they already went. It's
I know,
ironic.
I was being an asshole, Daryl. Jeez.
Don't you think? It's
I
like,
thought you were being what the Gith Yankees call autistic.
I thought it was just the tism.
Exactly.
Oh,
that's
I'm
what I
risen
meant.
with the tism over here.
Autistic.
But yes, this is, let's see, did I name...
Yeah, I'm not neurodivergent. I'm neuro off-ramp.
Nope.
Yeah,
Just still
Frank-
the
Frank
Church
said
of the
normie.
Eternal This is the main Church of the Eternal Sacrifice.
I'm just putting life on very hard.
Okay.
Like, essentially, this is your Rome office. There are lots of people that work here. Because this is where the church does all of its main business. one of the things that they just so happen to help do is also help with entry into the academy. And you know that Brother Galen in that moment was helping you via your father with joining the academy. That was a number of years ago.
Indeed it was.
So conveniently enough, if you guys headed that way, you would kind of run into the other ones. Being like, oh, hey, you're over here too?
On the way there, I will communicate with Winner if we're still within a mile. And be like, hey, not exactly sure how this works still, but I got a bit of a casing made out of lead to shield the cube from being spotted with magic. It only cost like 15 silver, so it's no big deal. But we're gonna head for like the main church in town. Try and talk to Brother Galen, see if we can get some info or anything.
Do I have this breakup correctly as far as how you guys paired up?
You're making a lot of noise.
I think so.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
I don't know if anybody was coming with me or not, but Ukrad is always welcome to come along for the ride.
Yeah, I probably would have come with you. Because, I mean, rogue stuff, pirate stuff.
Pirate rogue, rogue pirate.
But yeah, well, thank you, Alvarad. That was very generous, and I will let you know if I find any answers on this end.
All right.
You say
Sounds good.
this passing back through the gates for the city.
Sorry.
As you begin to enter into the lower Trollgate area. It's as you start entering these areas that some of the telltale signs start creeping in for you. Roll me perception. See? Still
Hey,
doing
that
good.
ain't bad.
You spot both the users of and the markings on buildings of Thieves' Cant, starting with that gray building directly in front of you. Ukrad doesn't understand what all this jibba-jab is about. But you can see slowly with your good roll that as the markings are going, they're leading you down this alleyway of buildings.
I'm sorry, which way?
Right here where the L is.
Okay,
Do you see
I
how
will
it leads into
keep heading
this?
that way.
It's almost like it's hidden in the map. Wahahaha! See? The Thieves Guild was so meta.
If we hurry up and do
How
all
meta were they?
the Thieves Guild armor, and it's probably the best leather armor you can get early on.
Yeah, but he's got to turn
Oh,
in
wait.
a lot of belts.
But what does the skin look like?
Right, right.
Because it might have the best stats in the game, but I don't know.
It just looks like
That's okay. Just break it
basic
down and
knife
enchant it
armor.
into
gloves
your
that
own
have
leather later.
backstab.
Aesthetic over functionality.
But check out this craft poison chance.
Ooh.
So, as you begin making your way down into this alleyway, more of the usual signs begin appearing for you. But it's as the signs start appearing that a rather large individual stands and bars your way. Can I help you?
As I'm looking for some like-minded fellows, I have a few questions regarding the workings of the city. I'm rather new here.
Sponsor.
Ilgot.
Do you remember the last name?
No?
Of course he does. Last name Gaines? Ilgot Gaines?
No. His partner was Goods.
Damn it, so close.
Oh, man. All right, so... boop, 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 boop.
I'm looking through my notes to see if I have it.
We'll see. When you were at... Here, let's see. What's the easiest way for me to drop you here? Boop. Gee, when you guys were here, you kept asking, you were like, yeah, but who's...
Is it Yinvarish or Yinvarish?
That is the question between a pass and a fail.
I mean... No. I'm not that mean.
You have to get the pronunciation right.
No. If I was being that mean, I wouldn't have taken you to that map and shown you what it was. Thank you.
I mean, that could be enough for the entertainment of
No,
seeing if you
just
can
because we don't take the best notes doesn't mean that Brenna isn't a person that tries to remember all of these things. So that's what I'm going for with this. He stops, turns his head for a minute. Ooga! 1 second. And after a moment, oh shit, I guess I should have done that myself. I'm just gonna grab that token from back there. Boom. Ah, my wonderful friend Brenna. I'm so happy that you could make it up here. I see the travels weren't that difficult on you.
Not that difficult, but, interesting. I'll say that much.
Interesting. Well, those sorts of travels I definitely do have a bit of an eye for. To try to warn you, though, sometimes traveling coach doesn't pay.
Well, lesson learned. Anyway, we're all kind of new to this city, and it's come to our attention that we don't really know the local customs. In fact,
You're looking for
an
two.
associate of mine had. Is it possible they had their familiar stolen? Some sort of weird crystalline sphere?
You have never worked with
Oh.
mages before, have you?
No. But yes, any insights or a tour of the city that you could offer would be, well, well welcomed, I suppose.
He smiles and pats the almost ogreish looking man on the shoulder. And he steps to the side and gestures for you to follow him into the alleyway. And now that the wall of a man steps aside for you, similar to stepping deeper within Ilgot's shop back in Egrelise, you begin to see the darker schemes very quickly. The betting boards, the trading, the exporting and importing of quotation mark goods. And Ilgot just slowly walks you through the various aisles of everything. The mages of Arwold are, well, I guess it depends on your opinion and perception of things. A resourceful group, ones might say. Thieves, others might say. And I guess fanatics through another perception.
Supposing we see them as all three.
Well, you see, in the pursuits of magic and technology, well, humans have found themselves a rather greedy bunch, yes?
Well, can't argue with that, that's for sure.
With the advent and discovery of certain combinations of runes, they discovered and created their runic balls. With them, they apparently have the capability of severing the connection of a familiar to its summoner permanently and storing it within.
Well, what purpose?
Well, think of it. What if you could have multiple? What if you could have a whole bunch? Throw them around. Use them as your own types of, I don't know, depends on what you got. Some things can be more useful than others, you know? Because, you see, that's what they discovered. It was not simply familiars. It was summons.
Are you suggesting that they could trap larger and fouler creatures this way too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes the larger things that they transport have also moved through those cursed balls we've seen some things move through here that are not quite what you would expect.
You said that they could remove the familiar permanently. Is there any chance of reestablishing a connection?
I don't know. Not much of a caster myself, so... But, once they're in the bowl, as long as you have possession of it, I imagine it wouldn't really matter.
I suppose you have a point there. Well, I don't suppose you have any leads on where to find these casters.
Well, that arm of mages all usually work for the kingdom themselves, you know. Certain arms and certain pots, just like the rest of us. But they work rather closely with the church.
Why is it always the churches? I hope Leaf doesn't burn this one down.
Oh, that was
Can you
you.
say that through the connection that I can hear you?
No.
Alright, fine.
Yes, well, I hope so too. I'm afraid this one will bite off a bit more that you can chew.
Well, we've certainly been there a time or two, but I think our luck is running out of getting out of those situations.
So perhaps use your wits. Be smarter. Don't rush in like you might have before. Don't simply burn the building down. Bide your time. Separate that weak-minded ones that you can from the flock and pluck them out.
This is, good advice. Now, I suppose, I should also ask, is there any work in this town for our sort?
Well, possibly. Unfortunately, we try to only put out one contract at a time. And you see, you still have one out. How is that one fair?
That's coming along. It's been, a difficult journey with chasing demons and all.
Roll me deception. Are you adding anything?
You know what? Given the nature of this, I think I'll add my psi-bolstered knack.
Okay. That's why I'm like, I'm given this moment to go, are you doing it? Because I feel like this would probably be the moment too.
When the DM says wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. That's a total of 21.
He looks at you. His eyes narrow. Well, yes, of course. It's a rather peculiar route you've taken here. I guess one might call you heroes in some ways.
Yeah, well, I'd like to avoid that title if possible. I prefer less attention.
Yes, I imagine attention is never a good thing. Roll me insight.
This motherfucker knows I'm lying to him.
The only thing you can tell is he's smiling, but it doesn't seem to touch his eyes. Well, if you can manage, I don't know, proof, something. We do have to deliver something on these contracts, you know. And simply disappearing into demon-infested area, I'm afraid, doesn't necessarily always work for them. Last reported person in all of this, unfortunately, it falls to you. But I understand, tying up loose ends and all of that. So please, I hope you can track down whatever it is you hope to find at the church. They're not an easy lot to deal with. Not very honest folk.
Well, that's, the kind of folk I'm more used to. If I'm being honest. But I, appreciate the warning. I'm
Of
always weary
course!
of those church folk anyway.
Now, is there anything else that I can try and help you with?
I think for the moment I've pressed my my luck as much as I will wish to.
Yes,
Perhaps-
unfortunately, eventually they start casting.
Perhaps for the moment I'll quit while I'm slightly behind.
Wonderful. Well, then do remember, at least for a good while, I'll be here. Should you need a quid pro quo?
No thanks, I don't like seafood.
Butt stuff.
On that note, I think we'll see ourselves out.
Wonderful. Tiny, please help see our wonderful guests out. And
As I'm walking
my
out, can I
guests.
try and study the betting boards and see what sort of information I can gather from them?
Roll me perception.
I don't need all the details right now. I'm just thinking there may come a time where I have to blackmail my way out of a situation, and having pertinent information may help.
Right now, the major things that you see highlighted on the board that people are betting on is a plague in a place called Dunborough. Some sort of orc establishment that is apparently being built that they're betting on whether it's going to be successful or the kingdom's going to wipe it out.
Where does it say this is being built?
It doesn't.
Am I able
It's
to?
just a betting board. That's the thing. It's just a betting board.
Not my children.
And,
I was like, isn't Dunbarrow and WoW? It's Dunmorrow. Never mind.
So it just so I'm just being thorough. There's no information. It just says Orc establishment succeeding.
It
Or something
says
to that effect.
Orc City survive.
Orc City, bitch.
Orc City overrun by Arwold.
Okay.
And you can see where they've like made names for the city and then kind of crossed it out and then like made a new name and it didn't stick, so they crossed it out.
Can the current name be called Orkburg?
Sure.
Can it be called New York?
I have an actual
Orlando?
name that it will eventually be called, just so you know.
New York?
Return to Castle Orkenstein.
So is there anybody who's obviously like the bookie here?
A short gnome looking guy
God, how
that
much money
seems
do
to
I
be
have?
wearing a visor
Why's he gotta be short?
because he's a gnome.
He's a gnome.
Because he's a gnome.
Okay, but is he short for a gnome or is
You
this
don't
like
know.
normal size?
Right.
You don't know. You're not used to gnomes.
All right. So I want to ask him. Hey, what kind
Are
of
you
odds
short
we
for a
got
gnome?
on this orc settlement?
Started off as a long shot, but as we keep going, odds are getting better. But I think there might be a cutoff point. I don't know, the silence so far. One big scuff-up's all it's gonna take. Then the odds will shift. Right now, 20 to 1.
20 to 1. You don't think they're gonna survive?
Well, not exactly known for that sort of people working together for long periods of time, you see. So the longer it rides, eventually it's gonna flip. Do you really trust that many in one place for one time? Come on. You know your type. Riled up. Slamming chests together, seeing who's toughest.
Sounds hot. Out of character.
Well, where are they even trying to establish this city?
Someplace to the southeast.
Alright. I'm gonna put 50 gold on it.
You're like, cool. 50 gold!
Teach you.
Mark it in your notes. Like, on this server.
Yes, flush your money at the Thieves Guild.
Right.
That'll go well.
That's absolutely what also just happened.
Alright, I'm marking it off on my character sheet first. You mean just in like my... Oh, in the notes room. I forgot about.
Yeah, like the text room for yourself.
Can do.
That way it's not in a easily remembered place for the character for both of us.
There.
He gives you a slip of paper. Keep your claim ticket.
And what was the name of the other? It doesn't matter. I was just gonna put the name of the other army, but then I'm like, or the other city that they think is gonna wipe them out, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. They just have to survive.
I got my bet in.
No, the Arwold. It's the capital, like where.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, so I was right.
That's the hottest things currently on it. But you actually see where something is being added. Slave rescue from Agrelease.
Excuse me?
We're taking bets on slaves being released?
No.
What year is it?
It's the prisoners being rescued. What do you think the demons do with them?
Eat them.
Slaves in year blah, 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 blah.
I mean, how could I make the
I was
demons
gonna eat them.
even worse than what you're seeing right now?
Of course. A child.
Make them ICE officers?
Oh my god.
I mean, isn't that what they
Why
just
are the
did?
demons? Why are the demons wearing face coverings?
Oh no. Save
And
the
why are they
children.
all
Jesus
fat and out of
Christ.
shape?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Brenna, don't you remember the demons used to be in good shape? They seem to be all fat and overweight.
Demons in this world are not like tieflings, right? They're not just like normal
No.
people, so
No.
based on this, I can just start indiscriminately murdering them.
Yes, you guys
Like
asked me that
Asmodean?
earlier. And I stated, yes, in this world, as far as you can be concerned, demons are black and white. Like, this is old school. The demons are only here to murder, death, kill everything.
So murder the demons. Got it.
Murder, death, kill? I thought it was kill,
Fuck, murder,
marry,
kill.
fuck.
No,
Yeah.
it's a reference to something else.
In that order?
I choose fuck, fuck, fuck.
But yes, this is
No,
your
That
first
doesn't work. You
clue
get one of each.
that as I...
Kill, marry, fuck is what Pete Hegseth is playing with the troops and the ice.
Ugh.
No, but kill, marry, fuck
'Cause,
is
you know,
Usha
no
is
fatties.
marry, Erica is fuck, and Charlie's kill, remember?
Right.
Or you haven't seen that
But-
meme yet.
No. But this is your first actual clue that, yes, some people apparently survived.
Oh, we gotta
And
remember
they're
to do that.
being slaves?
Yeah, makes you kind of want to rescue them, huh?
Oh my god.
What's the reward?
The freedom of many people.
Your moral conscience?
It says right here,
I have lived long enough to not have that.
Greg,
No,
it
you
says right here,
haven't.
the
You've
reward
lived
is
long
not having
enough.
Ukrod beat the living shit out of you.
It's okay. I'll
Written
just come
right
back.
here on the billboard.
Look, you
I'll just
guys
come back.
wanted
All right, be right back.
really strong reasons to want to train up and take back the homeland. So
Yeah,
slides across
it says
table.
the reward is not getting murder, death, Ukroded.
That's what I mean.
Look at that, Leaf. The reward is your entire fungal foe in the location of your choosing.
Like I said, I fully expect you guys to be motivated to want to go back there as powered up as you can to take it back. And maybe I plan on that being a big point.
Okay, so side quest noted.
Just call me Abraham Lincoln.
But yeah, that's what you find there. Everything else, yeah.
Hot dog.
Back across town. You find yourselves outside of a very regal looking church. This is rather large. Two of you are used to this. Two of you have seen this building before and this level of church and worship, but two of you have not. This
I
level,
assume I have.
yes, yeah, you and Halbarad have. You've been here before. But Bo and Leaf have not seen this level of idolatry.
We've seen a little shrines, we've seen
Yes.
chapels, we've
Yes.
seen a little bit of church, but we haven't seen a cathedral or whatever this
Yes,
is.
exactly. Like they've, it's been
what
like
the
small
fuck is
shrines. That one that
Okay,
the guy
okay.
built that you guys burnt down, that was kind of the first one that was that big that they saw, and they were still like, okay. And that was only that big.
Okay. Here's how I explain this to outsiders. You know how I used to love alcohol? These people love
Used to?
God like that. Yes, I'll have you know. I'm a few weeks sober.
Weeks? I remember in the basement of the church.
Yes, and that was
Yeah.
weeks at this point. You
Weeks
also
for a
forget
human, not for an elf.
timey-wimey haunted
It's like-
house in time.
You gonna sit with me?
Listen,
We should
I'm still
celebrate
counting
every
days.
step on the journey.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. Would you like some mushrooms?
Oh yeah.
Hold on, wait.
Leaf's gonna hand
Wait.
some psychedelics to
I
Ocasio?
would.
Oh God, I'm about to see Gosh or Lathander or Green Jesus or
Green
Well,
Flying
Jesus.
Yes,
Spaghetti
you
Monster,
are.
whoever lives here. I don't know.
Green Jesus. You just see
Alanis
an orc,
Morissette.
a very confused
Yeah,
looking
Thrall.
orc, like, what?
Thrall. It's Thrall.
For some reason, when
Actually-
you said Green Jesus, I pictured the Jolly Green Giant.
I'm actually thinking of
thinking of
our
Thrall.
wonderful Hanbei on the other side of the world that I've joked around
Oh,
about being Orc Jesus only because he effectively has become Orc Super Saiyan. So
There's
everybody
also another
else looks at
god.
him that way.
he's rarely spoken of. What the fuck? His name is Jesus.
I do have like the actual gods list, but unimportant in this moment.
Yes, as we enter a church. Not that important.
It's like Agog, Agape. What kind of forest spirit could this possibly be dedicated to?
I'm trying to
setting?
like hide the distaste on my face, but I can't. It's like, like obvious. I'm like, ew, religion, yucca.
But you were always used to this. Because
Yeah.
no, for the standard, the story here plays out a little differently than the standard worship that is sometimes seen in the rest of the world. The story of Malekek awakening from the darkness and trying to make war with the world, covering it in darkness and ruling it, and the gods of light led by Bodshi and his mighty sword trying to take him down. But in the end, they were all betrayed. For Lennox, the god of contracts, made a deal, for he knew that the darkness could not be completely destroyed. And in that moment, the darkness lived on in the nightmares of every living person, forever bound, scratching the darkness of our minds, waiting to get out. But it's only through following the tenets and worship of the gods of light can we hold them at bay. And luckily here, in the kingdom of Arwold, they have the sword of Bochi. And here there's a large statue of the first king of Arwold. It does not look like the person from your vision, Leaf.
Looks like a phony.
No, the point is the timeline's different. And I believe I showed it to you guys before, but a holy sword within his hands. No, what you see seems to be an older human. They are wearing armor and everything, but it's not... It doesn't have that same appearance that that guy had. The class is all wrong. It's like whatever that other guy was didn't exist anymore. So are you asking for, like, Brother Galen, or what are you doing?
I feel like I would. Yeah.
So it's been a while since you've been here, so how are you approaching it?
Well, how would I have approached it back then? This is my question.
Well, back then, Brother Galen brought you in. You
Okay.
were kind of much younger and escorted in by him. So you were taken in, processed, kind of lived and grew up through the basic levels of the academy for a while.
A church escorting young boys, huh?
What?
How
I know.
quaint.
What are you
Shocking.
talking
No.
about? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm.
I would like to press X to doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. Are the doors open?
Yeah,
Well,
we
at least-
typically play this game to get away from America, not to relive it.
What? No, I already said this
I've
is
got
this
bad
is
news,
more
it's
like
not just
Britannia.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's America, like 0.1 version.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not using ICE officers. No, this is British. Same thing, just a
Duh.
much longer history.
Did you see any of the new Futurama episodes?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
So they found this like electronic thing, and it's like they're like, "What is USB?" And the professor's like, "Oh, I think that's like the redo of the USA."
Ah! Yes,
Terrible. Terrible.
that's great.
So, essentially, like you have at a lot of churches, there is a large kind of open cathedral with various attendants moving around and everything. And there are also kind of like a front desk and that sort of receiving area. So you can either walk into the church and ask one of the pastors for them or ask the front desk.
Yeah, I'll go to the front desk. I mean, that's why it's there.
All right.
Tell them I said no pickles.
I don't think they serve food here.
This
It would be a lot cooler if
mostly
they did.
petite-looking woman in a rather sharp black uniform sits behind a desk. Her eyes...
Rather petite. What part isn't petite?
I meant short. And...
Okay. Tiny girl. Like me, IRL. Small.
yeah. Like...
How tall are you?
5'3".
Okay, yeah.
He's like, all right, accepted. But...
Accepted. You're short.
Passes the...
yeah,
smell
right?
test.
Right. So, they look at you with kind of this sharp, quizzical eye for a moment. This is something I can direct you to in this moment.
Something not so much. Someone, I hope so. I would like to see Brother Galen.
Hi, Brother
Is he
Galen.
around? Yeah.
And who, may I ask, is seeking attendance with Hi, Brother Galen?
Hi, brother. Got a promotion now. Good for him. I'm Halbarad Bavo.
You see her, like, writing down for a moment on a scrap of paper. All right. Please wait here. I will see if he is able to meet you in this moment.
Okay, thank you. And it's gonna turn into that one quest in The Witcher where you have to go to the bank and you literally stay there for 3 days.
Let's see. You're not here. You're not here. You are. After a moment, she comes back and looks at you sharply.
He does what in the back?
And says, he'll see you. I'll escort you this way.
Do I get kind of a vibe from her?
Insight.
Like with the sharp look and everything?
I was waiting. I'm like, I was waiting to see if you asked. Insight check it.
Okay, cool, let's go. Alright. La da da da. That way we go.
I'm gonna insight her. Yeah, I literally got nothing.
I'm also.
All right, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, she just seems like a sharp, militaristic sort of person, you know? It's how she kind of rolls.
Halberd is kind of on edge from being back in the city, and last he knew, he was most likely wanted here. But, you know, nah, she seems cool.
You're escorted to 2 large wooden doors. The 4 of you roll me perception.
Yeah, this is where all the lore was that we didn't get
Really,
earlier
for
are coming
real.
out.
4.
Found them!
God.
How about Leaf?
What am I rolling?
Perception. We can already tell how well you're doing.
True to your character.
Please perceive.
Bo perceives.
Oh.
I don't
Yes,
perceive.
Bo perceives.
As you walk up to this door, you can see inside of the framework is embedded with runes.
Gasp.
And
Runes.
she opens the doors for you and kind of bows and gestures inside. Inside, you see a brightly lit room with a large table at it. He will be with you momentarily.
Alright. Thank you. I'll walk in. I have no reason to suspect anything is afoul. You know?
Roll me an anxiety-free Constitution saving throw.
I very much have a lot of anxiety going right now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but you're not being charged for it. That's why the anxiety's free.
Your wounds feel...
But it's always better to pay something.
Your wounds feel slightly at ease as you cross the threshold.
That sounds like a reason to be concerned.
In fact, you feel a little calmer because you don't feel the pull from the sword at the moment. Does everybody else enter?
Yes.
I think I would catch Ocasio's hand and be like, "Whoa, what's up with this?" before walking to point out the something, because she's more familiar with this kind of building and what's going on.
Roll me history
I'm
with
just
advantage, Ocasio.
Bro.
Wow, a 5 or a 4.
What is
Gosh,
going
jeez.
on today?
The church is just really worried about security sometimes. So sometimes they have a lot of rune work put into things that give added security or protection to them in various situations. As long as we're good, as long as we're not attacking anybody, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I say exactly that.
Oh, cool. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, as long as it's not going to snatch Sasha or something.
The most... Sasha will not enter the room.
Oh. Hey, buddy. Or little Sasha. What's up?
But you realize, if you let me go through everything here,
No.
as you step into it, everything gets quiet. You don't hear anything. And for Leaf, this is the most startling moment of clarity. Because yes, I fully accept Leaf is ADD. Leaf has lots of tiny voices inside of him telling him to do a million little things. And in this moment, they're all gone.
Leaf feels lonely without the voices.
And Ocasio's eye patch stops working.
What? What? I tried turning it on and off.
Yes! Click, 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 click.
Did you get the 3-year warranty on it?
Oh god, I think it's updating drivers or something.
Your magic abilities and magical items of a certain level, which all of you are under, are suppressed.
Oh
That's
no,
why-
now I really do only have one eye.
That's why Sasha will not enter the room.
Leaf is going to be like, Ocasio, catch, and throw something at her.
What? Throw what?
Some mushrooms. Check out the depth perception.
My god.
If anything, they'd be able to dodge still.
Does this affect our mental connection?
Yes.
I was gonna say
That was with disadvantage.
Actually,
so it's
no, that's
happening.
not magical. They don't have a way to deal with that at this point.
I was gonna say how broad would like crossing through. I remember. Oh right, Brina probably doesn't know where we are exactly. So
That
sending like basically trying to send her mental map of where we are.
it would go through because psychic is different. That is the next evolution, if you will, and that's why it is different.
I thought we established these are just spells.
No, we established
Right,
that
Brenna?
isn't a spell.
So I would say Brenna would probably be interrupting Halbarad's mind right now to tell him everything that she just learned. You know, wait for the most inconvenient time to break in.
Who all was in the link?
Bo, Leaf, and Halbarad.
Okay.
So everyone over here all together for some reason.
Except for
Except
Ocasio.
for
Sure.
But the only two people
Listen,
left
eventually
out,
I'll be able to
Ukrad's
get us
with
all.
them. Like, Ukrad's with Brenna, and Ocasio's with you guys, so...
I just assumed that the four people might split up, but it was one person and three people, so that's just funny to me.
So, well, it was 2 and 2, and it was 2, 2, and 2, and you guys ended up joining back up, is more of the thing.
Yeah.
But, are you guys conveying that verbally, then?
I feel like
Like-
how about, especially hearing
Nope.
about like, what's going on in the Rollies, like, he kind of like pauses in his tracks for a moment, and then kind of looks around, like seeing that are those like actual guards or are these tattoos?
Nope. Those are guards. That was
Okay.
going to be my point.
Yeah, so like seeing that there's girls and everything, and like he probably looks a little weird just stopping like that. He like, you know, kind of starts walking again and like gives a look to Bo and then to Ocasio, kind of like, "Can you get her in the loop quietly?"
Yeah, I try to whisper or something. I mean, I try to get Ocasio's attention and be like, can I do this quietly?
Oh. Oh, shit.
Ooh, do you know sign language?
No.
Damn.
What the fuck? Hold on, I realized something that's wrong here. Boop, boop.
Also, I don't know how much time has actually passed, but I did only get 1 hour since I get a roll of d6 and it gave me a 1.
Tara, can you see everything in there?
Yes.
Still? Okay, good.
Yeah. Am I saying this aloud? Or
Well, they just told you aloud because
Mm.
you're
Like
not.
very,
Yeah.
very
Right, okay.
quietly.
So that's why I'm putting the one that in your specific life begs more attention.
Mhm.
So that's why I was putting it in those notes specifically.
Okay.
So that's news to you.
Mhm.
As this is being conveyed, a door in the back opens. Nope, GM layer, do the thing. And through it, an elven man walks through.
It's RuPaul. They say hello, hello, hello.
Oh no. Unfortunately, they are too highbrow for that sort of thing. High Brother Galen silently walks in and seats himself at the head of a table
It's in his name, but whatever.
and looks at you quizzically. I was very intrigued when I was told that you were showing up here.
Hi. Yeah. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it myself. But things kinda went to shit up north.
To shit, you say?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know if I can swear.
I tell you
but
what.
Yeah.
How about we make this a little more official then? And the back door opens again. And two more figures begin to walk through it.
Oh no, boss fight.
Who is it?
One is a dark-skinned wizard with a white beard and blue robes with skulls on the end and purple lining and a gold chain. And the other one is a fairly youngish looking blonde man with piercing blue eyes. The two of them seem to practically walk across the room and sit down at opposite chairs at the table at the same end as High Brother Galen. And then they all turn to look at you as High Brother Galen continues. I hope you don't mind, then. This will make this a bit more official.
Do I recognize the wizard?
Roll me perception with advantage.
Does he have buddy?
A lot about him looks familiar in this moment. A lot about... You mostly saw him from behind and from the side as he was moving. You didn't get a super clear shot at his face. But that looks a lot like him.
I feel like Halbrad, like, considering the situation, is trying to repress how his eyes narrow looking at the wizard, but it's not working as well as he thinks. And like, kind of look back at Galen, like, sure, okay.
Now we'll make this a bit more official. Now you have church, mystical, and state. All the keepers of the house, if you will. So, what exactly happened in the north?
Well, I mean, in the spirit of making it official, maybe some introductions?
Well, yes. This is Mizion Viscarian, one of the current sires of the Viscarian house. One of the oldest septs, as you know, within Arwold. And this is Arcanist Osiren. He is raised within our ranks and found himself to be in charge of most of our magic inventories here, if you will. Useful in these sorts of things. So, if we're to be advised on any sorts of mystical things of importance to the kingdom here, he should be the individual that would know. And Osiren kind of turns with a slow smile. Yes, do please try and be nice, civilized folk here.
I feel like Halbrad just definitely gives him a look of, I'm gonna make you that fucking smile. But I'm gonna walk up and take a seat across from Galen.
Mizian is just
So-
kind of moving his hand at this point. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get it. We're angry. What's the report?
Egolis is gone. That's the report.
What exactly do you mean by gone?
Burned to the ground by an army of demons.
We had heard some sort of reports of attacks in the areas and creatures. How strong do you feel their forces are?
Strong enough to burn the entire northern region. And not just that I feel that they're that strong, we saw that they're that strong.
Interesting. Seems that showing our resources we're safe is perhaps a good choice. Wonderful. Now, in this moment, the siren kind of speaks up. You're speaking of a great enemy, arising and coming for us. Now, these are the things of legends. What proof do you have that that's exactly what's happened here? We heard it was goblins, orcs, ogres.
Well, you're such a great arcanist. Why don't you look inside my mind and see for yourself?
Now, really, I thought we were being civilized in our reports here so that we could all try and be attentive here. Yes? Now, that does bring up a rather important question now. Did you feel something in this attack then? Some kind of connections? You ran out of here real quick last time. Maybe it connected for you? How's that for Arcane?
What are you trying to insinuate with that?
He smiles. Olin, he's, well, I wouldn't quite say at rest, but, I do my best to keep him comfortable.
Yeah, he sure looked real comfortable last time I saw him.
Well, that's how you left him last time. And we just couldn't leave such a strong figure left just wilting away. And then you ran. Yes, you did leave us with our pants down a bit on that one. Running away and disappearing left a bit of a bad appearance for everything.
Of course. Yeah, I get it, Appearances are everything to all. But, I didn't turn a kid into a giant piece of burning metal. Or, do some kind of weird experiments on creatures.
Unfortunately, sometimes we are all forced to make choices that are for the better of all. I believe you have tried to do that many times in your life, have you not? You Bravos have always been one to stand out, to try to save the lessers.
Yeah, see, now right there, when you say that it's for the good of all, but then you say that some people are lesser than others, that's not a very good appearance for you.
Well,
That's not a very good look.
in this moment, we want to be certain of everything that you're reporting. We know that you were exposed to certain forces before you left here, and that might have left traces upon you. Yes, your exposure to these sorts of forces, as you report, could have done more to this sort of thing. If it is as you report, and those sorts of arcane connections are the exact sorts of things that we worry about here. Mizian rolls his head across his shoulders. All of this talk about magic and demons and monsters. What is the bloody point of all of this? Yes, I know your position on this council is of importance to the state, but you must understand that these sorts of reports are important for details. If we are to understand the security of the kingdom, we must understand all threats.
I'm 100% grabbing that low-hanging fruit that guy just gave me. I'm just like, to the point, I get talking and all that. It's not that much fun. The point is, big army of demons up north, coming down south, probably soon. Lots of glory to be had in battle, fighting monsters. That's kind of the gist of it.
That is good to know. Roll me insight.
Like, looking back at Galen and Osiris, I'm just like, you didn't think they were just gonna stop there because there's a bit of water between the Greece and the capital, did you?
Well, it's not that we necessarily believe that that's what's going to happen. It's more of a bulkhead. Their forces grew in a certain period of time, by all accounts of your report, and then overwhelmed the defenses of the city. A city is a defendable point. That means that they have some sort of way that they're coming here, awakening, whatever it is. So they have to set up a base. I believe they just found it. But you're right. No army stops at one conquest. How might we use this opportunity?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, gather troops and either hold the fort ahead of them,
We
or
must
just go on the attack.
report this up. We must ask the appropriate channels. The king must decide what we do. There can be no error if this force is anywhere near the ancient enemy that you report.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. We had a vision where he talked to us. Like, the ancient enemy, that is.
His eyes kind of narrow for a moment. Malekith, awakening is something for the end of days.
Yeah, so, might want to expedite that report.
Fine. Then that means one other thing. You survived.
Mostly.
And last we knew, you were a citizen of this kingdom. Unfortunately, your dereliction in attendance has forced you to fall back a small bit here, but I believe that you still have expectations. That is, if you are asking for resources, if you wish to have access to all of that which we might have. And again, the Arcanist smiles slowly. And I do believe that we might just have more than a few things that you might want. So
at this point, if they do any kind of insight on Halbrand, like he's just dealt with too much fucking shit during the past week. He does not care at this point. Like if they try any kind of insight, he is being hyper fucking genuine. Everything.
There is no mask, no more.
Yeah, no, there is no fucking filter in this. There's been too much shit going on. I don't give a.
Well, that means that you will need to finish your attendance. But that only speaks for you. It appears you come back with more. What of your friends?
Yep.
We can train
How about
you.
How about just looks to Ocasio, like, basically tugging her in, like, you're up.
Yes. What about us?
All of a sudden, the blonde-haired Missian seems to sit upright a bit more. Yes. What exactly about you? I believe, by all accounts, you've already graduated. And then, you haven't reported back from your first mission. So tardy.
Well, things got a little out of control, and I ended up with this lot, and then I knew they were coming here, so I hitched a ride, that's all.
Bo, you recognize the person from the window. If it wasn't clear to either of you in that moment. But, well, I believe, for such tardiness, you have already graduated, but, teacher's assistant. Yes, I believe they're a little short-handed there. Perhaps you can stay close at hand and assist your companion in their training.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
High Brother Galen kind of looks at Mizian a little bit, almost quizzically, and then back at you. All right, I imagine if that is all rectified, then. He turns and looks at the two people in the back of the room. Individuals from the north. We have seen, obviously, your type down here before. He kind of gestures towards his own pointed ears. But it's been some time since any of your type have come through here. Do you wish to enter our hollowed halls? We will not force you. And this,
Oh, sure.
to be very clear for Leaf and for everybody else, I absolutely do not expect everybody to go through the academy. That is why there is that burgeoning Orc City waiting for other people to potentially develop and build things. Golly gee willikers, I made a training arc, but I didn't expect you to all go through the same training.
Can you talk to me more about the curriculum? I'm very interested, but I want to know what career path I'm following.
Well, you see, usually our more magic-focused individuals, they tend to go through different kinds of study. You see, it depends on how much you tend to be a bit more for the casting or for the sword, darling. As Mizian speaks up. So, we normally separate individuals at the school, different houses, depending on your specialties. That ends up focusing your training. Each house helps support in different ways, so that the battlefield will be a bit more manageable. But
Well, definitely not a sword.
wonderful. So at the very least, we will take the two of you. But I do believe, as you've reported, there have been a few more of you in this time. So, if more of you wish to join, we do wish for you to prove yourself in your resourcefulness. And they slide a scroll across the table at you.
While they were distracted with Bo, I'd like to reach out to Leaf telepathically and basically ask, like, can you track your spores distances?
Can I what?
Can you track your spores, like mushrooms, across distances? Like, know where they are?
Only within a
I do not know.
range. To a degree, but it's not long range. That's the answer.
Okay. I was thinking if we can tag that wizard guy, maybe we can try
Unfortunately,
and figure out where he lives.
The spores aren't answering right now. You'd have to do it outside of this room.
With my great insight, I don't realize.
Yeah, you've been doing so great with that insight roll.
Yep.
But yeah, they slide a scroll across the table towards you and Acasio. It is sealed.
I only have one eye.
So you can't read.
I can't see. I don't know if I saw it or not. Depends on what side.
I would assume that
Yeah.
we've seen this type of scroll.
Oh yeah. This is
Pretend it's the scroll on the actual table. It's to the right of you.
This is sealed, and this is normally a low-level mission. But you can see that on this one, there's a secondary mark to it. And it's your father's mark. Not made by your father, but marked for your father.
So that would make him the target of the mission?
Nope.
Okay.
It was something
Oh, it
flagged
was
for
ordering
him.
them.
Okay. Gotcha.
He told you he did certain types of missions and that your family seemed to be good at these sorts of things.
Yeah.
So you want to be useful and prove yourself to the kingdom. That's what they're getting.
Whack a guy, off a guy, whack off a guy.
As you
Whack on, whack
break
off.
the seal on it, you find a report of a nest of owl bears that have been terrorizing a small local village. But it's believed that they have cubs. They would like one.
Did my family only deal in like dispatching and slash or capturing creatures, or did we have a hand in training them as well?
Sometimes the more animal-like ones you would help train with, but the more monstrous they were, the less you were involved.
Okay. And taking that job, we would get access to the academy facilities, or would that be after? It's been a
Oh,
while since I've read
this
up on that,
enrolls
but,
you, my good pupil. You have a year of classes to get through. You must still graduate. Hopefully your studious teacher's assistant will be here to help coach you along the way. We will hope that being a little more experienced as you are, that it might lend you an upper hand in being able to do this. But we will make sure to try and make it equally as testing for you because of this. But yes, this gives you access to the academy so that you may prove yourself and graduate and become knights for the kingdom of Arwold, as you intended before.
I'll give a look to Ocasio, kind of like, what do you think?
I mean, you came here, Ocasio, for the whole point of becoming a knight and getting away from everything and having the resources and power that you did. And you definitely went from, you know, a girl with a bow back home to a sniper with a fucking magical eye patch and going to the north and everything. So, But however you want to say that, Tara.
Oh, I was muted, my bad. It definitely has its benefits.
I'll look back to Galen and like, so, you know, I get the whole, you know, training thing and everything. Yeah, you know, I'm aware that in your eyes I fucked up before by running and all of that. You said a yeah, just, you know, in the spirit of being fully open about things. Um, what are you all gonna do about that army of demons up north for that whole year?
Well, I guess you better help get us as many beasts as possible, then. Yes?
Gotta catch 'em all.
But even less ethical.
What if
Because somehow
Pokemon,
that's
but
possible.
less
I
ethical?
mean, are we talking about Halbarad trying to catch pets or Ocasio trying to catch partners?
I mean, right now,
I'll have you know it was partner with one singular.
I'm
Might want to go to a clinic.
look.
Saying.
All I'm gonna point out is just because the enemy has the runic balls right now doesn't mean that they were designed for only the enemy to have the runic balls right now. So
We're gonna take their balls.
I mean, yes, I eventually plan on you guys killing Osiren. I didn't. I don't introduce
Good,
people
'cause
like.
it's gonna
Spoiler alert!
That's
It's
why
gonna happen. Whether you plan for it or not, it's gonna fucking happen.
That's why I don't put people in these positions without going. Yeah, they're gonna want to kill them. They're gonna want to kill him.
Next
real
thing
bad.
you're gonna tell me is that if Leaf dies, it's gonna come back later.
That's what I mean. It's I like making these antagonistic people to help you too. So it's fun.
If you want us to kill someone, it's easy. Animal cruelty or child
See?
endangerment.
I already know what it is. I got them all figured out for you guys.
Leaf with knife against own throat. Don't make me kill myself.
Every good DM knows which NPCs the party is going to want to murder
Right.
Capriciously.
Right.
Mhm.
No, I won't lie. This was fun because I had this council with these 3 people prepared. And it was a matter of which tale I could give you hard enough to see what would bring you here first.
And you picked stealing my lizard.
Well, it was
Lizard.
Yeah,
Wait, lizard? I thought it was a butterfly.
you had.
Butterflies.
There were so
It looked
many
like one in the
options.
picture. Okay, I'm sorry. When I started, we didn't have that thing like, here's what I look like, here's my pet, or if we did, I don't remember. I've not gonna lie, I've done a lot of drugs. So.
But yeah, I feel like that's a perfect wrap up point here. 5 minutes early, as you guys
No, I demand 5 more minutes of entertainment.
right.